Hello, everybody. Here's another ski area review for you. Last year, I went to Whistler for the first time. This is an amazingly large ski resort. It's actually Whistler Blackcomb. So you have these two different mountains. Skied for 4 days. Unfortunately, the weather wasn't ideal, so it made some of the skiing a little bit difficult, but nevertheless was amazing. It's never bad when you get to ski. I don't care what the weather is like, as long as you can go ski, you have a good time. So, in terms of where Whistler is located, looks like an hour 50 minutes from Vancouver Airport. So I stayed somewhere. My son and I went. We stayed somewhere like up in somewhere in Vancouver. We always just find some place to stay overnight and then go the next day because usually I arrive late at night. The drive up there was spectacular. I mean, I don't even know how to say it. It's the amount of the beauty you see as you drive up is, I mean, doesn't, I can't even make sense of it, how beautiful it is. You have these little areas like this here where you have little islands and you have uh, cruise ships coming in there. You just want to stop. And I remember there was a gondola somewhere along the way where you could take up the gondola and just get a even more beautiful view if you wanted to. It did snow on the way back, especially up near Whistler. So you really want a car that has good tires and four-wheel or all-wheel drive to get there. But believe me, this is just the drive alone is worth the trip. You just like get floored. And the nature in the area is just so beautiful. We spent time going, as I usually do. I like to travel around. So I always like to have my own car so I can go around and see stuff. And it was fun. It was just a lot of fun. A lot of fun. So let's take a look at Whistler itself. And by the way, as I'm doing this video, don't forget that in order to support me to make videos like this for you, please subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything. I don't harass anybody. I don't send anybody any other information, but it helps all creators. You just support all creators on YouTube. And just click the button on the bottom right-hand corner or whatever other button I have at the end of the video to subscribe. All right, so let's take a look at Whistler. Again, I said it's a huge mountain. In fact, quite a few gondolas, right? So Whistler Village is where we stayed in this hotel called the Pinnacle Hotel in Whistler. I recommend it. It wasn't extremely expensive. And I always get a kitchen so I can cook. 'Cause I like to cook. I don't like to depend on going out to eat all the time. So I like to make my own oatmeal. And there's plenty of grocery stores nearby. If you're not driving, you have local grocery stores. But since I was driving, I went out a little further and found this really, really cool grocery store. It was awesome. Um, it had this like talking, I don't know, milk area and egg area. So when you open it, the egg area, you hear chickens. And then when you open the milk area, you hear cow moo. It was so cute. But the Pinnacle Hotel was really good, very convenient. You could walk right to town. Had this really nice hot tub. I love that hot tub. I think we were staying like right above here. I remember the hot tub was right here, and I think we were in one of these rooms up here. Yeah, it was great. There's a bus stop right next to the hotel. When you're in town, you don't want to drive. You just want to take the bus. The buses are very convenient. They'll take you wherever you want to go. So I just hop on the bus to get to where you want to go that at that time. Get straight to the gondolas. And you have the gondolas are located. I don't need this anymore. The gondolas are located right here. So we have this Whistler Village gondola. You have the gondolas that go up to Blackcomb. So so you can just the buses leave you off like right here in the parking area. So you just walk over there, and you may just want to hang out at the village. Who knows? All right. So what did we do? We went when I first got there. Spent time in going up this. You start with the Fitzsimmons Express warm up. This is a more serious mountain, like all the mountains are when you get out further, the bigger mountains in Canada. So while there are plenty of areas to learn, the skiing's always going to be more complicated than it is, say, if you're at some mid-Atlantic resort or someplace like that, uh, or some smaller area, ski area. I mean, these mountains are serious, so just keep that in mind when you go. I mean, this wasn't as difficult as, say, going to snowbird, in my view, which is steep everywhere, but it is nice. It still, it requires some ability here. So you can take the Fitzsimmons gondola and then you can play around here. There is a nice beginner area here, which is very, very accessible. Uh, Again, one thing that was interesting to me, and this may be because we went in March, and I don't know how it is all year, but the weather is so variable in this area. It's probably because of the proximity to the ocean. Down below, like where the gondola met, there was mashed potatoes everywhere. So I mean, thick snow that made it really difficult to ski. But at the top, you had this beautiful, beautiful snow and powder and everything, and you have to be able to ski all sorts. Now you can always just take the gondola down if you don't want to ski it. You just take the gondola back down, and that if you don't like skiing and that kind of stuff. As a ski instructor, I have to ski and everything, so it's good practice. You take the Garbanzo Express, and it'll take you up to an area here where you have a lot of more terrain open. Upper Dave Marie downhill. Uh, and then really where you want to get is if you take the village gondola, you get up to the area right here where you have the Roundhouse Lodge. So that's kind of the center of the universe on this in Whistler. And from there you have all kinds of options. Like this beginner area here, the Emerald Express. It's not really a beginner. I guess it's, a mix of blues and greens. Uh, it's just beautiful. I mean, wide open, beautiful. God, I love that one so much. Look at that. Now, if you're going in a busy time, especially later in the day, you might have to wait a long time in the lift line, like I did here, a long time in the lift line. But it's really cool. They have these birds, whiskey jacks that land. Sometimes they land on your poles, but they're supposed to be kind of mean. Luckily, no one did anything weird to me at that time. A good trip is to go up Harmony Express. From there, or I think was it Harmony or Symphony? I don't know, one of these. I think we went to Harmony Express and then Symphony Express too. You have these open areas that are just beautiful. Unfortunately, when we were there, it was really foggy, so it made it kind of difficult to see. And I'm not a big fan of when I can't see when I'm skiing because it makes me all nervous. I'm gonna, go off a cliff, and there's these catwalks here, so you got to be careful with that. But that's it's amazing. It's amazing. Uh, One of my highlights was going down into Francis Meadow because there was fresh powder type skiing there. But then when you got down here, it was all hilly moguls. So, it was challenging but fun, beautiful. I thought, oh, you can just cut across, or no cutting across. You just go down those areas there. And then Franz's fall line was all moguls when I was there because it was snowing a lot. So that was really pretty and good exercise. One of my favorite things that we did was take the peak to peak gondola. This is just this is breathtaking. If you're fear of heights, you might not want to do it because that that little valley below is very, very far, right? So you're going over the steepest part, a couple thousand feet down. It's just really, 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 I think it's a couple thousand feet. I'm not really sure the exact distance now, but it's just whoa, that is beautiful. And there's actually one gondola that has an open floor. I did not do that one. I just was there. But I mean, it honestly feels really comfortable. So you can get from one side of the mountain to the other. It's just worth doing it just to see the scenery. It's that part was great. I like Blackcomb part of the mountain. You have this beautiful area where Seventh Heaven Express, and there's lots of stuff you can do up here. I thought one of my favorite things to do was to go under. So here's the gondola coming down, Blackcomb gondola coming from the base. Just go underneath it. There's a really, really long, long trail. Goes all the way down underneath. That was cool. Yeah, so there's a separate gondola. I did not use this gondola though. I unfortunately I didn't get to this area here. Sometimes you just find areas that you want to be in, you just stay there. That's just the nature of skiing. You can pick what you like. You don't have to tour everything, but it's worth it. I will say though this, if you're if you just like skiing itself and nothing else, I think it just my view, because this is one of the favorite mountains for everybody. But I think that I prefer Banff for that. Banff and the ski areas there. With Whistler, this is more of a party town. I mean, this base area is, I mean, if you're a young person who just wants to party, I mean, you're gonna have a blast there. There's so many restaurants and so much food there, so many places to drink. I mean, I think even under here, you can tell, look at that. This is the base area. I mean, it's just a big party scene. It's a huge party scene. Even in our hotel where we stayed, there was like young people everywhere, just like drinking and having a good time. So I'm an older guy now, but when I was young, I would have loved that. It would have been my favorite thing ever, just to be there and enjoy myself. So if you like partying, this is the place to go. I think it's better than for that. It's better than Banff and the other. I just make a contradict me. Banff is a beautiful town, but I think this would be a place to go if you want to party and have a good time and just do stuff. So like there's this Pride Festival. I'm sure that'll be fun. Yeah. So so that part was good. So let's see what else. Yeah. I would say that I would pick it in that case over Banff and the other areas. But if you want just and again, you can just ignore all that stuff and go skiing. If you do, I would recommend going early in the day before it gets too crowded because it does get really, really crowded there, and you have to wait in these mega lines because it's a very, very popular area. So if you don't want to wait in mega lines for hours, then I would say, okay, just get there early, get your skiing in, maybe 3 hours or 4 hours, whatever, per day, and then just leave. Yeah, go have beer down at one of the bars, which are great, great food. There's a lot of other sites to see around there. Like there's a museum in town, uh, the history of Whistler. There was a native, or as they say, First Nations museum. I went there and I loved it. Bought this really cool wallet. So there's a lot to do around there, and you can take excursions around. Just see stuff everywhere. Get your poutine in, good poutine. So it's a definitely a recommended area, especially if you're young and you just want to party in addition to ski. All right. Well, thank you, everybody. And again, as usual, please subscribe and have a wonderful day. Bye.